Welcome in, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Is the camera quality coming through? I think I can see it, but can you guys see it? I've got a little 3-minute timer here just to give time for everybody to come in before I start. Have everybody stay going. Yeah, I'm not. I've been trying to get this to focus. I don't know how to use my camera, but I can't make it. Like it'll do it for a second, but then it'll just go back out. I don't know how to. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do about that. I normally record these with my phone, but decided to use my expensive setup here, and it can't focus. So hopefully the numbers come through. That's all we really need to see. We need to see the numbers on the ticket. So hopefully that comes through clearly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it won't focus. I was doing that before the phone was in the frame too. Even if I take everything off the frame, it will not focus. Only if I put it like all the way up here does it uh, kind of focus in. So I'm not sure what the problem with that is. Hopefully, when the numbers are getting scratched, those are visible because that's all that really needs to be seen, I suppose. And then maybe I can figure something out for. Maybe I can just use my phone next time. I thought maybe this would be better, but it appears it will not focus. Just a quick another 30 seconds before I go ahead and get started. Just want to make sure everybody has time to get in before I get started. And if we got anyone who knows how to fix the blurry camera, let me know. I can't seem to fix it, but I think the numbers will be visible, so we'll be okay. Though it is annoying, considering my phone doesn't ever have a problem like this. I guess my camera needs adjusting in some way. I'm not sure. All right, that marks our 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and get started. Get this out of here. Figured we'll go from 0 up. That's how I like doing it. So let's see. Maybe when I start going, it'll start picking up. 11, 3, 33, and 14. Okay. Maybe I'm going to have to force the camera down a little bit more. This blurriness is problematic. Even all the way up here? Come on. Can I focus? Okay, I guess this will work. I just really zoom in. Okay. Yeah, let's just super zoom in. All we gotta see is these numbers anyway. On the shorts tab, the other book, not doing so well to start with. They went 8 tickets straight, nothing. Hopefully this book's a bit different. I bought them both at the same location. It was a bit hard to find one that actually had a book, and then the one I went to actually had 2, which was I don't know, kind of crazy actually. All right, so ticket 1 is a dud. Let's go to the next one. We're going to need 39, 35, 26, and 15 for this one. Overall, I've had good success with this ticket, mostly off camera, since I played this a lot more before I started the YouTube channel here, where I would play it every day, and I'd usually do pretty well. But I always talk about how good this ticket is, and it never wants to show up on camera for me. Ticket's always a butt when I put it on camera. But going with the math on this one. Stick with it. 7, 37, 11, and 39. Last time I did this sort of thing, I did it as like a video. And I thought this time I'd try it as a live stream. Hopefully that makes it a better watch overall. I don't really have a script or anything. I'm just talking, making it up as I go. Alright, that's 3 tickets. Still no views. Or, not no views. No wins. What am I talking about? Alright, 33, 38, 23, and 4. Let me see something. Okay. It was a big shame when this ticket had a win recently, but that just tells you how good it was, because even with that win, it's still the top ticket mathematically speaking. But at the end of the day, payout would still only be around like 459,000, because it's 605,016 for the instant cash payout, and that's not even before taxes come out. Federal withholding is 24%, and thankfully the state does not charge taxes on lottery tickets, because we live in Florida. But we still get the federal 24% on big lottery wins like that. So the final payout would be somewhere around 459,000, which still put that investment account for a few years. After about a decade, it'll turn into a lot of money. Alright, 5 tickets. Still nothing. On to the next one. Feel free to ask me anything you want in chat. Anything about any tickets. You can submit requests even for lotto lectures, anything like that. Voice your opinions about how to scratch tickets, because lately I've been kind of experimenting with coins, using chemicals, scratch tool. What are the odds that you don't hit anything in this whole book? Non-existent. The way the lottery prints the tickets is that there is a guaranteed payout per book. It's impossible to not win anything. That's just not how it works. It's not distributed as randomly as the odds would claim. Like, the odds are accurate, right? But they manually print a certain amount of tickets, and those are basically evenly dispersed throughout the ticket batches. There's basically going to be a very small variance in between what an average book looks like, and then sometimes one of them will be replaced, or it will include a much higher prize than anticipated. But there'll never be a book that has 0 winners in it. That's just not going to happen. It's probably done that way so that they have more control over when things go out, and so that people don't get burnt out. Like, imagine being the person who bought a book of Lotto and won literally nothing. They would never play again, which is not what they want. I suppose if we were to assume it's truly random, then there is still a calculation there. If we were to just assume that it was random like that, just for fun, rather than what could actually happen. I have so many of these tickets piled up at this point. Got hundreds of these just sitting around in a box. It's kind of weird to think about it. All the money that's disappeared. But what you don't see is that the tickets that you won, because you don't really get to keep it. What do you think about Cash for Life going away? I'm playing it every time I hit the store right now. I think it's tragic. Yeah, Cash for Life outside of Jackpot Triple Play is one of the only draw games that I would consider playing on a regular basis, because it has its odds are overwhelmingly consistent, but with the fact that the top prize is also really consistent, so there's really nothing to like. You can always play it, and it never feels bad because it's always drawing, and the prize is always the same, and its odds are generally pretty good. So I'm sad to see it go. I have an inkling of suspicion on what's going to be replacing it. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a survey that they placed on Cash for Life and I think some of the other draw games a few months back. If you took that survey, you likely saw some of its contents, and that might give a clue on if there will be a replacement or anything like that. Who knows? But yeah, I definitely think that sucks, because that's going to leave it with just Jackpot being the only realistically good one. So this ticket always makes me wonder if I miss one, because of how long it takes between wins on this ticket. But it is designed that way. Still nothing 10 tickets in. Unless I'm tripping and I missed something. But I'll probably go back just to make sure we didn't miss anything. But the expected value from this book will likely see $170 in winnings, unless we get lucky. It's one $50 winner, 3 $20 winners, and 5 or 6 or 7 $10 winners. Usually the most of the variance is in the most common prize. You have so many tickets piled up. Are you going to write them off as a business expense? I wonder if that's allowed. I'm not sure. I know that I do have to file my own taxes. Maybe I can get away with that, but I doubt it. I know that most of those tickets weren't actually for the channel. The bulk of it is actually from before the channel. I kind of calmed down on playing tickets after I started the channel, because, you know, it would become unrealistic to film the lotto lectures and the shorts, but also like play on my own accord, right? That's just a lot of extra money. So I found it better to just scratch when it comes to content. And maybe sometimes I make an excuse to turn it into content, and that's how I can get some. But other than that, generally my lotto playing is pretty calm since starting the channel. This is crazy. Am I missing something? I'm about to go back. This is ridiculous. Hold on. This has been happening on the shorts too. Am I just blind? 38-15, 30-12, 40-12, 18-33, 29-10, 3-24, 20-13-51, 5-35, 26-24, 9-26, 14-34. I must just be getting really unlucky, but I bet you they're in this book somewhere. Every time I've done a book, it's been exactly as I expected. Because it's usually, unless you get a specific random high tier win, the general payout is the same. Now, I saw in the previous pictures of the jackpot being found on this ticket that it was the money bag symbol. It was the auto win. So if we see one auto win, that's the one we're going to want to pay attention to. Well, as printed on the back of the ticket, the odds are 1 in 5.67. They get that number by adding up basically all the winning tickets that they printed versus all the losing tickets that they printed. And that'll tell you what its overall odds are, which can kind of be misleading because the majority of those other odds you won't see in an average book. So, but the base prize, which is $10 for this game, is $10. So they've kind of upshifted it a little bit. So there's not very many winning tickets on the book, but each win matters more than other tickets on other books. All right, 14 tickets in. And nothing. Are we getting steamrolled here? So we got 20, 39, 25, and 5. There we go. We got something there. We have an auto win. The first winning ticket. We are 15 tickets in. We've seen our first win. A little ridiculous, but let's see what we got. .194 times itself 60 times. Is that what 1 in 9 is? Yeah, that's what 1 in 9 is. No, it's like you basically take 60 tickets and you know that it's 1 in 9. So you're going to see, like, I think it's 6 or 7 or 5, depending on, how many they printed for that particular book. I guess you could look at it times itself 60 times. That's just not generally how I like to think about the math. But yeah, I suppose that works. All right. First win, $10. Put that off to the side here. And for any of you watching, I made mention of it a few times, but at the end of this stream, there will be a surprise for a viewer. So, stick around if you like winning stuff, which presumably you do because you're watching a Lotto stream. So why wouldn't you? All right. Where are the other winners? This ticket has gotten to a point where there's less than 1 million winning tickets left. Hello! Welcome to the stream. How has your day been? Nothing yet. Have not seen the 20 or the 50. There should be 3 20s, 1 50, and we've only seen one of the 10s. So it's been pretty bad luck so far. But I imagine there's a clump maybe somewhere in here. My day was fantastic. Had a box of macaroni and cheese for lunch. Definitely makes the day better, in my opinion. And I've been itching to scratch this book for a while. I've had these sitting in my drawer area. It's weird. I've never kept tickets around before. I'd hope it does too, because before I started the channel, this ticket always did well for me. But I also never really bought books. There's a certain safety net when it comes to books, because you'll see certain intervals. Hey, Rodney. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Oh yeah, I bought one of those when it came out, and then I bought it one other time. I think it was the first Lotto lecture on this channel, and we actually won $100 on it for the Diamond Spectacular. Though when running the math on it for the video itself, I didn't really like it all that much. I think the best $30 ticket right now is by far 300 times the cash. It's regular top prize is pretty overdue. I've been hitting on these off camera, not on camera. It seems the shorts feed where it's like day 8 of nothing, and then it took 15 tickets before we even saw a win for the stream. It's actually been kind of ridiculous. I've only ever seen 100 on this ticket one time before. Nothing bigger than that. But I know the 10,000 is gone. So beyond that, there's only 500, 1,000, and then of course the million, which is more like 459,000 after taxes and all that. But wouldn't that be special, hitting that on a live stream? Maybe that's why there's a lack of winning tickets so far. It's because there's got a big one in here hiding. The double diamond crossword. I did that one, yeah, when it came out too. I was a little late to it. I did it like a week later. The best crossword is definitely the I don't know if you've played this one. It's the $20 crossword. I think it's called 5 million crossword catch. That one is actually fantastic. It's the second best $20 ticket, right behind the 5 million triple match. But sometimes spending $20 just feels bad. And I think when we did that video, we actually hit 100 on there too. So we've gotten like some very sparing like 100s randomly throughout the series. Whereas like on $5 tickets in particular, it's been pretty rough for the Lotto Lectures part of the channel. I think out of like the 20 we did, I think only like 4 of them were winners. It was actually crazy stats to look at. But then half the time we did like a $20 ticket, we hit pretty largely. It's been a whole lot of nothing. Unless I'm just blind and I'm like missing it because I'm talking and looking at chat. Definitely. I know that when I did the first book, I actually missed the $50 winner in there somewhere. I had to go back and find it. Five times lucky. Yeah, the one I've been chasing is that 5 times lucky $5 ticket. I like that ticket. I play it with the customers by keeping track of wins, matching patterns, one jackpot. Yes, left, yes. 5 times lucky is up there. I think it's top 10 on the somewhere, and that is something I like doing when I work at gas stations. Is I do like paying attention to when customers return winning tickets, and you can sometimes make a guess on when the next one is going to be. It gives you a little bit more information because it's not as random as people like to think, though it kind of feels like it with this book. I don't know if anyone remembers Gold Rush Limited, but that was my favorite. They took it from me. For a long time, that was the top ticket. Before it disappeared. Oh, we got a match finally. There's our 19. Oh, and we got a double symbol here. So, if I had to guess, this is... Oh, wait, hold on. 38. There we go. There's these matches. There's 9. Alright, let's go back through. 10, 10, 10, and 20. There's our $50 hit for the book. Put that one off to the side. We love to see that. Can only go up from here. Now I want to see 100. Right, these tickets have patterns, all of them do. You start learning them when you do have enough books. Buy books equally guaranteed losers. I'd rather play with the other customers. Yeah, I definitely prefer kind of waiting and watching. I think I always did better whenever I played like that. Though I'm not sure how exactly to turn that into content if I was to play like that. Because I don't really want to have a camera on in public. That just feels weird to me. So I've been doing the kind of books as like a safety net. Because I remember when I did the 1000 a Week for Life series on the channel, on the Shorts tab, I was not rarely hitting. So I was like, okay, let me see if I can get the safety net of the book and kind of like turn it into content that way. Yeah, the jackpots definitely are random. Because sometimes they get one on like the first day, which is ridiculous. And then sometimes they take literally forever, which is how the odds get so stacked on like Double Your Money, for example, because there's less than 1 million winning tickets left. Hey there, good luck today. I will be going live tomorrow with the 500X at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Welcome in, Polly Scratcher. I love tuning into your live streams. You would have to pick a store, scratch them and hold, but make sure the store is close to where you are. I could, in theory, do that. I would actually... Well, not anymore, actually, because they actually just recently took Double Your Money off the shelf. They had it there for a while, and that's where I played it when it was off camera. But now, they took it. Now I don't really have a local spot that has it. I had to go, like, 7 minutes down the road to find these books. Because my local stores just don't have the ticket anymore. They must have gotten pitched when they dropped, when the new X times the Cash series dropped. But I guess if it was still nearby, yeah, I could buy one, take it home, scratch it, and then just drive back out. Because it was only like a 2-minute drive. But this ticket is getting rarer. There's our 32. All right. There's our second $10 winner. Mr. Multiplier is pretty much gone, so not sure you'll be able to do a video on it. I actually did find Mystery Multiplier. It's already been scratched. I won't spoil what I won, but I did win on it. But yeah, it's in the works. Just I started a job, and I also go to college, and then on top of that, this. It's been kind of hard to get the lotto lectures out, mostly because I want to, like, when I make the lectures, it's with the data that is available that day. I don't want to put myself in a situation where a video goes up like the next day and the data becomes inaccurate. Say, like, I'd hate for like a top prize to be won like the day before I post the video and the whole thing's just completely wrong. The other trick is to pay attention when tickets start heading. I mean, any ticket, play those tickets within your area, but play the odds. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. $500 Madness back. I hit 509 times left that ticket. Was that the $1 ticket? Am I crazy? Correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't ever actually play that ticket, but I know I have a vague idea on what you're talking about. Was that a $1 ticket, or am I crazy? The ones I miss the most that they've taken from me is Gold Rush Limited, and I also really liked the blue $50 ticket. That was my favorite. It was the first ticket I won 500 on as well. There's going to be new tickets on February 23rd. Oh, there is. I haven't seen that sign up in stores yet. Yeah, it seems they drop one every month. It was just, oh, you mean the 50, 100, or 500? That's the ticket you're talking about then, right? I remember what you're talking about. I think, unless it's a different kind of ticket. But yeah, I remember the $10 what was it? It was like 50, 100, 500. I never actually play because I know there's another one. It was like 5, 25, or 50 or something like that. I learned to play that from watching people play books online, and I started noticing patterns kept happening no matter where the ticket was played. Yeah, there's definitely patterns you can pick up on. Like, if you even pay attention to like what the prize structure is, you can even like guess what you're going to win before you even scratch it. There's a lot of neat things because it's very organized when it comes to the lotto. They don't want any mistakes. I might have to look for the February 23rd poster and make a post on it or something, because I actually haven't seen that. I think Publix usually has that up as soon as possible, what those new tickets are going to be. It was red, and the most you could win was 500. I actually don't remember this. I'm going to have to look it up. I assume it's gone now, that's why you're talking about it, so I'm probably going to have to find it on like the Wayback Machine, or a picture. I'm going to have to look it up, because I actually don't remember what ticket you're talking about. So red ticket, most you could win was 500. How long ago did it disappear? I actually still have the blue $50 ticket. The first ticket I won 500 on. I actually thought I won way more on it because I got the it was like the double all prizes bonus, and I thought that was every prize that was written on the ticket, not every prize that you won. So I actually like lost my mind. But it was actually just 500, which was still amazing. And because I took it to a Wawa, and I guess they had a newer worker they were training there, and the Wawa cashier asked their higher ups if they could cash the $500 ticket out. When they said no, she actually hit yes on the ticket. I actually didn't find that out until I tried to take it to Publix like 2 days later, and I got the little thing that said that it was already cashed somewhere else. When I went back to the Wawa, they actually had the 500 just like sitting in an envelope. Like they knew that I was going to be coming back for it, which is cool. I was talking to a guy witness do this at a gas station on a $50 ticket. I was talking to him about it, and he ended up winning $6,000, but none were claimed. The crazy part is that the gas station paid him. The gas station paid him $6,000? I don't even... What? Doesn't the machine like say that you have to go to like a specific retailer? The district offices. That's ridiculous, actually. 6,000 is also a strange payout. The last time I did this, I hit back-to-back claim tickets of 1,000. Different stores within 2 days of it. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. I've yet to see a claimer, but I'm also new to the lotto game, too. I recognize that there's been people who've been playing this a lot longer than I have. I think I started in March when I kind of like started playing semi-sparingly. It was St. Patrick's Day, and I bought the $50 Gold Rush multiplier. No, the tickets were not claimers. Oh, so they turned in like 6,000 worth of tickets. That's funny. How did they even get the money to pay them out? I know that when I worked at Circle K, my manager wouldn't even let us cash anything out over 200. Didn't matter if it was a bunch of tickets or not. I don't even know how a gas station is 6,000 in hand. That's actually crazy. Yeah, I've not seen the clamor yet. Seen 500 4 times, but nothing beyond that. There we go. We got an auto. Let's hope it's a single match. All right. There's our third $10 hit of the book. I send you an email for 500 Madness. Okay, thank you. I'll be sure to... I can actually even check that out before I end stream, just so I know what it's talking about. Said he doesn't mind paying out tickets. I mean, yeah, I'm not a gas station owner, so I don't know exactly how the process works, but I imagine the lottery pays the gas station for whatever they cash out. I have to imagine that's how it works. Otherwise, I can't imagine, because I do know that the gas stations pay full price for the books, because they can't give them a discount, because then the owner would just play the tickets at a reduced price to buy them, and that would throw off the whole system. Sent you a message for the 500 Madness. It's a video I did way back. Yeah, I'll definitely open up my email and check out the 500 Madness ticket, because I actually don't remember it. But yeah, if it disappeared a year ago, it means it disappeared before I actually got into the game. I know that when I turned 18, I bought a $20 Monopoly ticket. I actually found the picture later. It was a Monopoly Doubler or something like that. I think it was called. I lost on that, and then I didn't play again for 2 years. They had their chance to hook me at 18, and they couldn't. But they got me these days, because I did the $50 ticket on St. Patrick's Day and took home 100, and then I kind of got into it from there. You know what we haven't seen yet? We haven't seen any of the $20 hits. There should be 3 of them. Are they all just all clumped up in this back here? I believe the owners get a cut of the jackpot tickets. Yes, they do actually. If you go to work at a gas station, there's usually a clause about it. If any gas station or retail or something like that sells a ticket over, I think it's $1 million, then the owner of the gas station gets not exactly a cut. I think it's 1,000 per $1 million the ticket is worth. So usually the stores that get the huge cuts are the stores that sell the winning Powerball ticket and stuff like that. But I also know that it's up to the owner to what they do with it. I know that the intended purpose is to split it amongst all the employees, but I've heard that in practice that's not actually what happens. It usually is just that the store just takes the cut, especially if it's corporate, like Circle K or something like that. The video was 2 years ago in the Madness. Gotcha. And then there's our fourth $10 hit of the video. I know that the highest ticket I've seen sold at a place I worked at, I know that someone sold it. They got a 1,000 hit on the $50 Gold Rush, which personally I actually think is one of the worst $50 tickets I've ever seen. Its high-end odds are atrocious. I guess it's supposed to redeem it by the 500 is more common, but I mean the extra 1 and 2 that you get from the bonus odds just does not make up for it, in my opinion. Wait. So we shouldn't go back to the store and hook up the clerk then? No, I mean, if you win the Powerball, hook up that clerk. But they get a cut, but it's not a huge cut. It's certainly less than what someone would go back and give to the clerk. I think it's 1,000 per $1 million the ticket was worth. So it's up to 25,000 if someone wins the $50 Gold Rush or something like that, and then it's distributed amongst all the employees as a kind of bonus for selling the top prize. But it's, I mean, I would assume if you won something a lot larger than that, because I mean I hear that people get tipped all the time for those big wins. I've never been tipped. I always figured they don't end the game, so I should hook them up for selling me a winning ticket. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, compared to what you won, it isn't a whole lot. Should you have won a winning ticket? And even then, like I said before, if it's corporate, like Circle K, 7-Eleven, something like that, Usually the business just takes it all. They don't actually give any to the employees. It seems like the worst tickets do better than the best odds tickets, and sometimes they do better on the worst odds. I know it seems weird. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it is all luck. You could play the $20 cash money and win the top prize, and I guess prove me wrong in that sense. Because, I mean, yeah, it is, at the end of the day, it is all right. Like, well, not all random, but there is a lot of randomness to it. So, I mean, even if you play what I would call a bad ticket, that doesn't mean you're not lucky. But I like to play the tickets that I feel like I want to put something I can believe in behind it. This gas station is privately owned by a Middle Eastern guy. He also owns a liquor store. Per the owner, as long as it's not a claimer, he will cash it. Yeah, that's pretty nice, actually, because I've definitely been turned down on like some of the $500 wins. I gotta take it somewhere else, which I've never been too inconvenienced by. I mean, Publix always has the money in the drawer for it. I usually tip like 10% if it's 50 or more. Yeah, I've tipped for some of my bigger wins too. On the 500s, I know I turned in, 10%, because I turned in 50 to the last guy who I won 500 from. It was 500 times the cash, and I got the 500x symbol, and then it was $1. It actually made me so sad. It's such a weird feeling. It's like, yeah, I should be happy I won 500, but it's like, oh my god, I thought it was so much more than that. On the farm and all the good vibes on here. Definitely. Tip the people who sell you those big tickets. Because sometimes, especially if they told you what ticket to pick too. Because I've definitely done that when people ask me. They're like, oh man, I don't know what to get. And then I'm like, oh well, I just so happen to know. I got a spreadsheet on everything that I would believe is the best ticket to play right now, so you should get that one. And sometimes they do hit big like that. I know one thing, I like The Price is Right and the $50 tickets, and see if I can get a book of the $5 Gold Rush Doubler and the Green 50X because you told me it's better too. Yeah, I actually really like 500 times the cash. It's actually just good enough to make it onto the top 10 spot on the tier list. And yeah, and Gold Rush Doubler is actually a pretty good ticket. And so is Green 50 times. Although I couldn't begin to tell you where. Publix don't let you tip, but you can let the cashier pick the ticket and say if you win, you will give them half. Really? Actually, yeah, because, I mean, Circle K doesn't let you tip either. But I know that my employees got tipped when they did the 1,000. But they did it by buying them tickets with their winnings, if that makes sense. Like, they gave them a bunch of tickets. And maybe that doesn't count as a tip because it's a product and not, like, actually cash. Because I know when I worked at Circle K, if you got any kind of tip or any kind of, like, bonus cash, you were supposed to put it back in the drawer and donate it. Use, like, the donate button on the register. Play the Green 50X. Love the 500X ticket. Yeah, I do love the 500X ticket. I liked the blue one more, though. I think it was called 1 million a year for life before they took it at me. I will say this. I work at Publix and been with the company for 6 years. That's nice. Publix is a good job. I wanted to get into Publix when I started working, but their hiring process is pretty exclusive, even for someone like me who has a degree. There we go. We got a 26. It's been a while since we've seen something. And we have not seen a single $20 hit. Certainly strange. Alright, well, that probably means that this is a $20 hit then. I expect to see 10 under both of those. 10, 10. There we go. Speaking of the devil, there's that $20 hit I was just talking about. I think we got 14 tickets left. Should be a bunch of 20s here then. Here comes a 20. You think we're going to get back-to-back 20s? We'll see. I know anytime I've done a book, I've not hit back-to-back. But I have heard people do it. I one time had someone come in. It was 5 times lucky. They said they bought it at Publix. I looked at the tickets he handed me. They were all one number after each other. He literally won 5 tickets in a row, and I was shocked, like genuinely. I was like, "You bought these all from the same place?" So I bought them all from the same place. I got them from Publix. How many books are left on your double your money? I know there's only one top prize. Books wise, there is, I want to say, around 15,000. Because it matches when I say like top prize odds per $300. Since $300 is the cost of a book, that number can actually tell you how many books are left. So there's around 15,000 books remaining. That's how you get that 1 in 15,000 to find that winning ticket. I gotta get over my fear of playing over $30 tickets. They pay out better, but you more than not, you have to play between $5 to $10 tickets to hit a decent win. Sometimes it's just the base win. Yeah, generally speaking, the expected value goes up when you play those bigger tickets, but man, hitting a losing streak on those tickets feels so rough. I remember the last day that 1 million a year for life was around. I wanted to go out and buy a bunch of it. I bought 6 tickets in a row, spent $300, won nothing. I had to stop. I wasn't going to chase it any further. There's our 13. Couldn't do it. There's our 5th 10. But I do feel like every now and then, whenever I do decide to get a $50 ticket, I feel like I usually hit more than I don't. If I had to tally it all up. But I didn't really keep the best track of my spending habits as I do now. So I actually wouldn't really know. Do you know how many books are left on The Price is Right? Probably, if I remember correctly, the odds I gave it was like 1 in like 32,000. So probably like 32,000 books. Something like that. I can find out. Oh, there we go. We might actually have a back-to-back win here. I mean, what am I talking about? We might. Of course we do. There we go. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Price is Right, the odds I gave it was like 1 in 32,000. So it's probably around 32,000 books remaining. About twice as many as Double Your Money has. But Price is Right... Oh, wait. No, what am I talking about? Because Price is Right has 5 top prizes. There's actually a lot more books in Price is Right than... what am I talking about? There was like 5 of them. So... I'd have to quickly find that out. I can, though. I'll make a post. I'll quickly, after the stream ends, I'll make a post. I'll tell you exactly how many books are left. Although I'm not a fan of buying books by myself, I have a family member who hit 1 million twice on buying books. Goodness. They hit the lottery twice. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, buying in bulk is the way to do it. Because, like, if you think about it, whenever you go to buy a ticket at a gas station or whatever, if there is a top prize in that book, you're competing with all 60 other people who also bought a ticket from that book that maybe got it before you did. There's always that sinking feeling that maybe it was nearby. I do know that there was, when the 500,000 cash blow up, the green $50 ticket came out, the first top prize on that ticket was won at a gas station I had been to that day when it won. It was the Circle K on US 92. It's in like the Seffner area. It's by Brandon, kind of closer to Tampa. That Circle K won it, and I was there that day. It was really like, wow, that could have been me, right? We got a double symbol. I expect it to be 20, but I'd like to see more than that. There we go. There's 20. I really want a jackpot so bad on The Price is Right. I hope you get one. I see you've been playing it for a while. It's kind of it's strange because the ticket's really old, but it still has so many top prizes left. It's like it's unbelievably unpopular. Because I think active books, I want to say there was only like 700. that have been activated and are for sale. Price is Right was the last Price is Right was one in my old area in Daytona Beach. Yeah. There's actually not that many, actually haven't seen that many wins overall in Lakeland. That's the area I'm in. I live up in Lakeland these days. I haven't really, when I've been going through and like looking at all the old places, I don't really see a lot for Lakeland. It's a lot of Gainesville, Jacksonville. It's actually very few for Miami, even, and Tampa, even though I'd expect there to be a lot more in those places. You can name the video Bob Ross if you get the big win. Sure. If I hit 1 million, the last top prize on it, I'll name the stream Bob Ross or something. I've heard a lot of tickets Price is Right, same as Gold Rush Doubler. Yeah, I've noticed that some of the older tickets had very large print runs compared to the tickets they do now. Because like Gold Rush Doubler had like 28 top prizes. It's ridiculous. Homestead, Florida. Actually, I have no idea where that is. I remember seeing that name in the files somewhere, the Lotto Claimer files. But I actually have no idea where that is. Big Pine Key. I'd have to imagine that's the big one, right? The big island in the Keys. Just down to a few tickets left. We're on 56 here. I know you guys haven't really seen the numbers, but we're on 56. It's past Miami, more down south. Okay. I have an idea of where it is down then. Before the Keys. Yeah. So it's like, what? Kind of like southeast of the Everglades, maybe then? Or is the Everglades way south or way more south than I think it is? It's the most country island considered highlands. Gotcha. Captain Scratch is a huge Price is Right fan. I've seen his stuff pop up on my shorts before. It's actually kind of interesting. I feel kind of like welcomed in a way, because I see sometimes these people that I watch, like Polly Scratcher, Captain Scratch. I think I also had another one. It was like barcode only or something like that. That like comment on my videos, and it's really happy to see it because it almost feels like I'm kind of becoming part of this community here. We do have an Everglades. Oh, so you're like real close to the Everglades then. I don't want to be. Not sure if it's east. I think it's. I'm going to sound real stupid, but they don't teach geography in class in school anymore. So, and they don't teach it at my university either. But isn't the Everglades like in the middle of the state, but like close, but like down south? It's like the South Mid, I guess. Why do I not know where my own state stuff is? This is ridiculous. This goes to show you how much I travel. It's not very much. Though, something I want to do now is I actually want to buy scratchers in other states. I think that could be pretty fun. I know Texas does like $100 tickets, which is ridiculous. I don't know if I could ever spend $100 on a ticket. It's Wes just found out. I had to step it away. Any good wins? We saw one more $20 win. But nothing huge here. But for a $5 ticket, 50 is not common on other $5 tickets, whereas it's guaranteed for these books. All right, that is the last ticket. So if we go back through here, we've got 20 here, then 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100, or no, wait, it's 80, 130, 140. I think we're missing a 20, because I didn't actually see a third 20, unless I'm just really unlucky, because I actually did not see a third 20. I must have missed it somewhere. I think Miami and Homestead is how the Everglades were blocked from flowing out, so they built canals to let it flow. That's interesting. All right, I might have missed a 20. I'll go back through. I'll include it in the post I make after this. That kind of goes over. That kind of like breaks down what I won versus what I lost. But as promised, at the end of my videos, I always like to do something a little different when I do these kinds of books videos. But we got $10 here. There's that barcode. Here's a barcode for somebody. Hope you're nearby. And if the barcode don't work, I don't actually know if it does. Here's the code. Just give that to the retailer. Security code's 407. Go ahead and cash this in. I'm not going to cash this for a week. So, the last time I did it, nobody cashed it. But hopefully someone actually cashes the ticket I give out. I think the return on this ticket is 170 or 180. Yeah, the last one I did was 170, and we had 150. I think we're missing a 20. Either we just didn't hit it, or I just completely missed it, which is completely possible, because I remember the last one, I missed the $50 win and had to go back. I would not show that. They will take your money. That's the point! I'm showing the barcodes that somebody can cash it in. That is the point. I want them to take my money. It's like a little giveaway. First come, first serve. Somebody go ahead and cash that ticket in. Whoever's can get their butt to a store first. It's like a little giveaway. Scan your tickets off camera. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing that after the stream concludes to make sure I didn't miss anything. They're not supposed to chase the barcode without the ticket, although some do. I mean, hopefully someone knows one that'll do it. But you might be able to do it with the code. If you could, like, if they are willing to just take the code, maybe you can say that the ticket was damaged and that they can't, like, there's no point to giving it to them because, like, water damage or something. You could, like, tell them the code, and it'll work if you can give them the code. Yeah, I'm definitely going to scan all the losers. I'm going to make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm going to make a post after I wrap up the stream here. And I'll go over, what I won versus what I lost, what was expected. And I'm also going to look at that $500 madness. I'm also going to add how many books The Price is Right is left, because I can't get that number off the top of my head, because there's actually 5 of the top prizes left, so that makes the math a little something I can't do in my head. But I'm definitely going to go back. But I'm going to keep the stream open for a few more minutes if anyone wants to ask me anything or anything like that. But overall, I had a good time. Hope you guys had a great time watching. I'm actually pretty happy with the turnout, considering it's my first stream here. It's cool to see you live. Well, hopefully I see you in my live tomorrow. Absolutely. It was at 2 p.m., right? I don't go to work until 4, so I should be able to make that. I'll definitely tune in, and hopefully you do better than I did, because I might have even actually missed the $20 ticket in here somewhere. Yeah, thank you for the live. This was fun. Absolutely. I want to do more of these. I know that if I can ever get this channel monetized, or if I can ever get like some sort of Patreon going, I will definitely commit to doing books more often. Someone stole from Get Rich or Die Scratching like that. He talked to lottery officials and said anyone caught doing that can lose their privileges. Really? Maybe I'll ask the lottery commission. I can phone them up and make sure that the giveaway thing I'm doing is actually allowed. I mean, it's not stolen because I'm deliberately telling someone to go cash the ticket. So, I mean, maybe that's better. What part of Florida are you in? I'm in the Lakeland area. It's a pretty big area. Kind of rural, but it's closer to the university, so it's been fun. So do something different next time. Well, I mean, I'm gonna figure out if that's actually allowed, because if they are actually like telling people that they can get in trouble for doing that, but I mean, the proof's right here. I said y'all can take it, but maybe that actually isn't allowed. I will ask to make sure that's okay, and then maybe I'll figure something else out. Like I'll Maybe I'll mail the winning ticket to like a random commenter or something. No store is allowed to chase it without ticket. Really? I might have to figure out something else. Yeah, because if they don't do it, although some stores do it, but it's not allowed. Doing a made up on April 26th in South Daytona if you want to scratch tickets live. Yeah, as it gets closer to the date, hit me up with the details. If I'm not busy, I could potentially collab. I think that'd be fun. I think that could be a lot of fun. I definitely want to get more ingrained in this community here because it seems very supportive. I very much like it, and I could drive basically all over the state, so I can definitely make something like that happen. Not allowed. So how? I mean, yeah. So then maybe what I can do instead then is I just like mail the winning ticket to the commenters, and so that they physically have the ticket with them. Cash App will close your account if they find out it's from gambling. Cash App will close your account. Oh, I don't have Cash App. Close your account. Like, what do you mean? We'll have some other scratch off channels meet that day. That could be really fun then. Yeah. Big old like group collab. People do crazy stuff to get back at you, or just because. That's wild. Yeah, some people are real cruel in this world for no reason. It doesn't cost anything to be nice and treat other people right. I wonder, because you guys mentioned they stole from Get Rich or Die Scratching. I actually remember seeing... Oh, wait, no, yeah, it must be that video. Because I remember seeing a video like someone stole from me or something like that. I forgot to watch it. April 26th is a Sunday, but I will tell people to show up at 11 a.m. I need to get your number. Shoot me a message sometime. Okay. Yeah, I'll email you my phone number so we can get something set up. Yep, always protect yourself. There's a lot of crazy people out there these days. I'm a monetized channel. Giveaway. You have to be very careful how you do things on here. So, man. Okay. I'll definitely have to do more research. I assumed it was like kind of like regular, because I remember seeing a lot of like YouTube back in the day, where they do like giveaways and stuff like that. I figured it'd be fine, but maybe not. I'm gonna have to look into some terms of service and stuff like that. Mailing ticket may be the best if you don't have Cash App. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like I mail the ticket to a random winner. I think that's probably the best thing I can do. And then they physically have the ticket and go ahead and cash in. It was fun chatting with everyone, and thanks again, Auto Professor. Thank you. I enjoy your company in the stream. Thank you, everyone who's actually been chatting. It's made it easier, because I remember the last time I did this as a video, and I was kind of just talking to myself the whole time. But it's a lot of fun, like actually talking with other people in the space. If you need a mod, you could put me as a mod. You just have to click on my name, and it would say standard moderator. Gotcha. I will probably look into that next time. Always make sure you state YouTube has nothing to do with your giveaway, or you can lose your channel. Gotcha. Okay. Probably the same way how in all of my descriptions I say I'm not affiliated with the lottery, because I talk about have their tickets on camera, stuff like that. I try to make it very clear that I'm not pro gambling. I'm pro education, and I'm not affiliated with them. Just looking out for you. We creators work hard to lose our stuff. Great video. Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I am relatively new to the space. It's been all the support I've been getting from other people in the space has been really awesome and helpful. But I am going to get out of here. I do appreciate everyone who tuned in, chatted, watched, anything like that. It was certainly very fun. I hope the rest of you have an amazing day, and I'm going to put everything that happened basically in a post We all say that this is fun and entertainment purposes only for the lottery. Yeah, we all have to be careful because we don't want to get in trouble with the lottery. Have a great day. Thank you. I will have a great day. You guys made it a lot better. All right. Have a good day, everyone.